Merry Christmas Eve to those watching. I'm actually recording this late Monday night. You guys are seeing this on your screens early Tuesday morning, early Christmas Eve. We've got a bunch of market stuff to talk about. You know, what to do Christmas morning when all the presents open, what time the presents open, at least that we think. But first, before we actually get into the market in Madden Ultimate Team exactly, we got to go over the schedule and a lot of MUT leaks to talk about this week. So first up, the MUT content schedule. This one threw me for a bit of a loop, but we have no Merry Mix-Up this Tuesday. A little bit shocking in my opinion, because we had that Bo Jackson teaser from MUT Leaks the other day. And yeah, I don't know when that's going to be coming out. We have two Zero Chill releases, release number 5, release number 6. You know, jammed between Football's Family, which was yesterday, and Legends, which is Saturday. I would assume they've done this in years past, but usually Christmas presents opening is considered a Zero Chill release, and it should, because there are a bunch of new cards coming to the game. I would only assume that is Zero Chill Release 5, and then Zero Chill Release 6 will be either Thursday or Friday. I'm going to assume Thursday, because that's when they've done, you know, the standard big content drops. That won't be the end, though, of Zero Chill content. We should be getting some more releases early next week before what I believe to be Campus Heroes next Thursday. So let's actually go into those MUT leaks, starting out with Season 5. Your level up players. We've got Drew Brees, Charles Woodson, Joe Tooney, Charles Haley, and Julian Edelman. My only complaint about these seasonal players is I wish you could upgrade them to the highest overall faster, and I wish statistically they were just better cards. Season 1 was perfect, but it seems like Season 2, 3, and 4 cards have just frankly been underwhelming, and they really only apply to people like just starting the game. If you have any established team, these cards just haven't really been playable on the roster. They've just been kind of budget cards, and I wish, again, make them the best cards in the game like they were in Season 1. Now scrolling on up, additional stage content, which we're going to go over. Talked a little about in the present prediction video. There's the upcoming Merry Mix-Up, Bo Jackson, I mentioned earlier, aka Icons. Again, just the spring version of aka content that we get every single time over the second half of Madden Ultimate Team. That will most likely start when Season 5 begins again in early January. A snow conversion, not really worried about that right now. We're still a few weeks out from that. A Football is Family future content release, Jake Matthews and Bruce Matthews, potentially be next Monday or, you know, following that. Here is 10 93 overall Zero Chill champions, and this is why I mentioned going back to the content schedule. I believe this is again going to be Christmas, and then Zero Chill release 6. It's a, you know, standard content drop. Maybe we're just getting 2 Zero Chill releases this week, and it's like a Wednesday, Thursday, back-to-back days, and it's just literally all these champions. I highly doubt that. I think we're going to be getting half of these cards, probably again early next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But your champions, and I don't know all these players, sorry. Travis Kelce, I think that's Poona Ford, a D-tackle for the Chargers. That might be wrong. I read that in the replies. I'm hoping that's right. Tom Brady, Taysom Hill, another Micah Parsons. I believe that is Mark Gastineau. I don't know this D-tackle player. They had AKA cards in the game. I know there's a Marty Lyons, there's a Mark Gastineau, and it's like I'm forgetting the last player, but the New York Stock Exchange D lineman. I know Mark Gastineau because he was an LTD. That was a great card in game. Vita Vea, sorry, I do not know the center for the Cardinals. And Antonio Cromartie, pretty fun champion there. And scrolling on up, your LTDs. Justin Tucker, a Michael Vick, what I can only assume is a running back or a cornerback because he just got a quarterback card in game. Jalen Phillips and Patrick Mahomes. Again, I think they're separated over 2 releases. Maybe it's both this week. Sorry if you hear barking in the background. My dogs are seemingly fired up late at night. And, but I still think probably one of these drops is going to be early next week alongside this Ghost content drop because there was nothing on the schedule. Your champions, Derrick Henry, Joe Platonio, and Jared Verse. Sorry if that pronunciation is not correct. And then your LTDs, Ted Hendricks, Jair Brown, and Brian Thomas Jr. So Ghost, we'll have to see. I'm curious if the Zero Chill champions and even the LTDs are going to get 2 0 AP buckets like the Ghost cards got this past week. So I think that would be kind of a regression, and they would just be less relevant cards if they only got 1 0 AP ability. We'll see how the MUT team adapts to that. Following that, Legends, TJ Houshmandzadeh, the 3rd New York Stock Exchange player, and Gerald McCoy. And I think that's about it. Odds boost, or not odds boost, overall boost potentially next week. I think that's going to happen on Thursday for Campus Heroes, the first 94 overall champions. And then your Festive Blitz offer, that's going to be dropping tomorrow morning. There's another offer we're actually going to talk about in this video. But yeah, that's all your MUT leaks for this week. Don't know exactly when these cards are dropping. We'll have to wait and see. Now let's hop into Madden. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. First up, let's talk about present strategy. So, timeline on when presents open is really a mystery. It's unknown. A few years back, it used to always be at 10:30 a.m. East Coast time, and they would all open at once. Last year, it seemed like Madden changed how they're going to do it, and they sort of open in staggered times, really in the middle of the night, depending on what type of present it is. So, for example, last year on both Christmas and Easter, small presents, I believe, opened up at 6 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. Medium presents opened up at 7. Large opened up at 8. And extra large or LTD presents opened up at 9. I'm assuming they're going to do that because it worked out well last year with the servers. Didn't have any issues. Nothing ever went down. There wasn't, an insane amount of lag going through the menus like we saw in years past. But we'll have to wait and see. I wish we would have gotten a good morning Madden stream, or maybe they tweet out late, today on exactly when they're going to open. But I'm going off what they did last year, and I think they're going to do it with the staggered, releases, really in the middle of the night, so the servers can handle all of the presents. But other than that, present strategy, I don't really have anything. Like, I'm not selling specific presents. I think the promo presents themselves are the most boring and have the least amount of upside, which is why I have quick-sold some of them, just to keep my snow count up. I actually still have to open up my last batch of presents, and I was planning, I guess we talked a little bit, I was planning on buying, when Merry Mix-Up dropped, I was planning on buying snow that day, because, snow always goes down on Tuesday, but now that we don't have that, I'm a little bit left out to dry. Still gonna be waiting until tomorrow to buy my snow, and I'm gonna open up the last, remaining present offers I have in the snow store. I think I'm gonna be keeping all the presents I opened from that, but I guess this is not common sense, but, there's some people that have not experienced, Christmas morning opening presents. Don't sell right away. Whether it's player presents or the promo presents, the worst time you could sell is right away. Don't wait too long to sell. Typically on the promo presents, I would say, sell later in the day, maybe Thursday or Friday, of this week. As for the XL player presents, we don't know if they're gonna, for example, put them into, maybe they're gonna put the player presents we get like into sets or packs again. We'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out. But if we go back to last year, the XL player presents like William Perry, Deion Sanders, they really just rose in price once the presents were open, for like the next week or so. So it really is just a patience game on how long you're willing to wait. But yeah, just rule of thumb on all the presents and the players you get from them. Don't sell them right away. There essentially is just no point in selling. They're going to be their cheapest when you open them. And as the days go on, they should just slowly go up in price. And I guess from that take too, you can take that you do want to buy, if you're going to buy players, of course, earlier the better, especially the XL player presents. They're going to be pretty expensive. I know I mentioned this in my present prediction video, but the player presents are really, really rare. These cards are seemingly going to be very, very good, especially if they get double 0 AP abilities. And their supply, how they've done player presents past is they usually don't put them back into packs. They don't usually bring out a set for them. So if you do want them on your team, you are going to pretty much have to be on Madden Ultimate Team, at least via the companion app or console. Find out when the presents open. And if you want one of those unique player presents like the Megatron, maybe the Julius Peppers, you're going to have to buy them pretty early on, because once they get posted and once all the presents get open, there's probably going to be no more supply, and they essentially turn into an LTD, and a really rare LTD at that. So make sure you're pretty quick, and don't hesitate when it comes to buying one of the unique XL player presents or large player presents, because they're most likely not going to be in packs, after Christmas. They are an LTD, essentially, with how presents work. On your screen, though, right now, we got the Festive Blitz Pop, because I want to transition to this next segment. See the upcoming offers that are kind of with the black background with the question mark. We went over the 4 question mark offer. That was in the MUT Leaks. That was the Team of the Week offer. The singular question mark, though, seems to be some sort of opportunity pack that I hope to be either Ghost or Zero Chill oriented, because those seem to be the only offers that people are really buying, in the store. I'll be honest, Festive Blitz been a little bit underwhelming this year. That's going to transition to our next topic, and that revolves around people buying back their teams, when to target certain types of cards. First up, and again, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but if you want any of the promo-specific players, that being like you want a legend player, or you want an AKA player, or an all Madden player, or a team builder player. Simply buy them early Christmas morning when the presents are open. That's pretty cut and dry. That's the cheapest they're going to be. And that's when you should go to, buy those specific types of cards. Now, for other types of cards, I want to mention LTDs. You guys have probably heard this if you watched one of these videos before on my channel. But LTDs, whenever we enter a buyback period, meaning people are buying back their teams, they're upgrading their teams. Christmas is like that number one day. People, one, they have presents to open, which that is going to directly correlate to them having more coins. They're also more than likely going to get some money for Christmas that are going to spend, especially little kids. They're going to spend money, they're going to buy packs in the store, and they're going to get more coins in their account. What are they going to do with coins? They're going to go and upgrade their team. One of the easiest cards that always goes up on Christmas morning is LTDs. Very simply put, they are going to have no new supply Christmas morning, but their demand is going to be very high from people buying back their teams. They're some of the best cards in the game, and I guess we could just go more quality 94, 95. LTD is not really the best example of that, but as long as the LTD is out of packs, this wouldn't include Gale Sayers because he's actually still in packs until the 26th. Pretty sure the Football's Family LTDs also, I think, are still in packs until the 26th. Ghosts also, the Ghost Part 2 guys go out of packs Christmas morning, so make sure those types of cards you're going to want to buy before Christmas. So this would be along the lines of if you want any of the Zero Chill LTDs, if you want any of the Ghost Part 1 or Part 2 LTDs, I would recommend buying them before Christmas. Now, I don't know if I would buy a player like Jamar Chase because it looks like we're going to be getting a bunch of receivers for the player presence on Christmas morning. Might be a little bit hesitant on Michael Vick because, we might get a Josh Allen, for example, Christmas morning in one of the player presents. But, like the DBs, I think even like Brock Bowers, Myles Garrett, I think it's pretty safe. You can buy them. Just make sure you buy them before Christmas. If you want to be super safe, you can maybe wait and see what the player presents are exactly. And, if you don't want any of those player presents and you still want one of these Ghost LTDs, then you go ahead and buy them. But I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to be looking to pick up these Ghost Part 2 LTDs probably this evening, I would say. Maybe they give us a little bit of a teaser on Twitter going into Christmas, but like Cooper DeJean, William Perry, I'm not picking up Jamar Chase. But yeah, Cooper DeJean, William Perry, I'm making sure I'm going to buy them before Christmas. And again, if you want either older Christmas, or not Christmas, Zero Chill and Ghost LTDs, again, make sure you buy them before Christmas morning. LTDs historically have been some of the biggest risers, on the 25th. The other type of card that I want to, drill home to you guys that you either got to pick up before Christmas or you got to pick up very early on Christmas morning is Zero Chill, Ghost, and Merry Mix-Up cards. And it's very similar to the strategy behind LTDs because if you go to the presents, there is not a direct present that is going to super supply the Ghost market and the Zero Chill market. Yes, there is the medium present, the large present, the extra large, and the small present that might have Zero Chill cards involved in them. But I don't think it's going to be all Zero Chill cards. What you can do, and this is what I'm recommending to people in the Coin Bible, I don't mind sharing this, is you could wait, similar to LTDs in the player presents. You can wait until the player, or you can wait until the presents open Christmas morning. See if Zero Chill cards are flying out of these presents. If they are, of course, wait a little bit, then buy them as the supply hits the market. But if they aren't in these presents at all, you're going to have to be pretty quick on your feet and go pick up the Ghosts and the Zero Chill cards you want for your team. The other way you can do it, and I think this is just what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it pretty safe, and no, I'm not necessarily investing in these cards, I'm not buying 5 of each, but if you actually go look at my team, I still have a lot of holes. You'll see I pretty much have no Ghost Release 2 cards, because I still got to pick those cards up, but I'm going to wait and see, of course, if that opportunity offer today is Ghost and Zero Chill themed. And then I am going to be picking up the Ghost Part 2 players and any Zero Chill cards I want for my team before Christmas. Again, it's very similar to the LTD structure of usually they're not involved in presents whatsoever. So, the simple math. There's a ton of demand for people upgrading their teams and buying their team backs on Christmas morning. Who are they going to go out and buy? They're going to go buy Ghost. They're going to go buy Zero Chill cards because they are the best cards in the game. Combine that with the fact that there's going to be not no supply, but there's going to be little supply from presents because they don't have a Zero Chill or a Ghost present. We don't have one. Their supply on the market is not going to be that high, so people go and they're going to buy up all the Ghosts for their team. We've seen this if you've, again, been with this channel, you've watched the past few, I would say Christmas Eve market videos, you'll know Ghost cards and Zero Chill cards on Christmas just like LTDs, typically shoot up in price because there's no supply, but there's a ton of demand. I will say the only wrinkle to all this information is definitely the fact that we're getting 28, what I think to be unique players, 16 93/94s, 12 90 overalls added to the game on Christmas morning. So that definitely might throw a little bit of a wrinkle into the market. I could see, for example, what's a present that I could give an example for? Maybe like Anthony Barr, right? Anthony Barr, original lurker, gets supplied heavily Christmas morning from people opening up their presents, and maybe linebackers for the first 30 to 45 minutes of Anthony Barr being in the game, initially drop down in price. But I still think, and it goes back to the point, I think player presents are going to be a lot more expensive than people think. I think the good ones are going to be 1.5, 2 million coins just because of their sheer rarity in pulling them and how good they're going to be. And I do think Ghost and Zero Chill cards are going to be some of the biggest risers. Again, as long as those presents don't give out Zero Chill cards, don't give out Ghost Champions. You play it safe, wait until Christmas morning, see if they're involved, and then quickly, if they're not, go buy the Ghost cards. Or, I mean, I'm not buying an outrageous number of cards. Like, I can tell you the cards that I'm buying for Ghost of Mutt. I think I'm buying, like, Luke Kuechly. I'm buying Deion Sanders. I'm buying Cooper DeJean, William Perry. I'm probably only buying like 8 cards, but I am going to play it safe and look to pick these cards up this evening before Christmas. But I think that covers just about everything. Yeah, years past, there's probably been a lot more stuff to do on Christmas morning, but pretty simple, right? Check the things to do. If you want any promo players for your team, make sure you buy them Christmas morning. If you want any of the XL player presents that you didn't pull, in presents, and you want them for your team, make sure you buy them pretty early on from when they open Christmas morning. Zero Chill Ghost cards, if you want them for your team, either play it safe, and I would say buy them this evening, or you can wait until Christmas morning, see if Zero Chill and Ghost cards are in presence. If they're not, buy them pretty fast, because they're going to go up in price. And if they are, then, wait out and wait for the supply to flood the market. And LTDs, make sure, as long as you're buying the right LTD, don't really recommend buying Jamar Chase, but LTDs, you can do the same thing as Ghost. You can either buy them before Christmas or wait to see if the player presents are going to affect your buying decision making. Because there are a lot, man. That's a lot of cards. I'm really excited. Let me know down below in the comments, 1 through 10, how excited you are to see all the player presents. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks before Christmas morning. But overall, I think this is the most excited I might ever be for a present opening, just because of all the unique player presents. But that's all for this market, I guess, Christmas Eve special, Market Monday. I will talk to you guys probably later in this week. We'll have to see when those Zero Chill releases actually come into the game. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down below. And until next time, peace.